Terra Coils, but we do like having a 1-drop into a 2-drop. Collateral damage, I mean, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. Collateral damage is not bad. And I mean, if we can coin it out 1 turn early, that could be very strong. Especially if he has a ton of like little skeleton dudes out there, that's gonna be like 12 damage to his face, but I don't know. We're gonna do that. We're gonna go K9atron. We're gonna go K9atron, other Trog, and we're just gonna try to hit him in the face as quickly as possible. You're just straight running a volatile skeleton. I feel like that's not optimal. Oh, all of these are so good. Okay, we have to choose. Click Locker is damage on the board immediately. I think we go with Click Locker for now. And then next turn, when we do this, we'll take the aim shot and try to double activate aim shot with the Terra Coil. He freezes the 2/2, I'm assuming, but I do not care. We just keep going face. We get a second Twin Bow Terra Coil. That actually is really good. Boom, we'll put aim shot to the top. Yeah, we'll still take aim shot. Then we'll go to Trog and we go face. So we keep constantly just making him trade into my stuff. That's all that we need to do. We just need to keep doing as much damage as humanly possible. And double activating collateral damage is going to be massive. Wait, have we not played a spell yet? Oh shoot, we haven't played a spell yet. I don't want to have to use a coin here, but I'll use it. Coining out the Twin Bow Terra Coil, hit here, hit face. I need to double activate aim shot to do damage and hero power. I guess I could have saved the coin, but what do I use the coin on? Like at this point I have no cards in my hand. I'm basically gonna be playing everything anyway. Hit trade, fair enough. We aim shot hero power, and then eventually the main way we win the game, or Raj, aim shot his face, and then I guess we trade maybe? So that way Raj stays alive. We just need to play this by turn 7. I mean, if we get something else to play, we can play it before that. That's fine. I mean, again, if he lives, that's awesome. Have you ever done the double 8-mana spell? Yes, I have. Yes, sir, I have. Okay, cool, sick. I played that instead, and I hit you once, and I don't even have the hero power. It's pretty good. Pretty solid. Seems pretty good. Do you play WoW? I have played WoW. I played WoW for a long time at the beginning because I played it a lot with my dad. He's the one that got me into games, and WoW is the first game that I really got into. I'm gonna kill that off with a Rush Moon and then trade. Unfortunately, I have to do it like that, but, you know, it's fine. Some clown on my friends list, battle tag. Did what? Cult of the Lamb is a great game. I've heard, actually. I've definitely heard that, for sure. Do I want to make him a 6/6 that doesn't take damage from this dude? Instead of hero powering? I think, yeah. And I guess I could also put it on this, and then we have 2 minions, but then that just trades there and it dies. So I'll put it on this, and we're gonna go boom, boom, he takes no damage, and then we'll play the Twin Bow Terra Coil. We'll play collateral damage next turn. Maybe? It depends how many minions he plays, actually. Depends on what's on the board. If it doesn't really do anything, I could probably get away with not playing it, but we'll see. You want to bait out the 6-mana mage spell? Oh, yeah. Trading in suboptimally and baiting that out would actually be quite good. You're right. Hello? Does he get solid alibi? If he gets solid alibi off of this, damn. I do like no damage here. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy, my guy. I'm not even gonna hero power. It's just a waste of mana at this point. Damn, Solid Alibi is such an insanely good card. It basically just shuts down anything that is aggro at all. Yep, we lost. GG. That's just game. We lost. GG. We should go next at this point, right? I think the plan is to just go face and then give him trogs. And then try to kill him with collateral damage hitting the trogs next turn. I think that's the only way we win. That's those double solid alibis, man. It literally saved him like 12 or so damage. Holy shit, you have 2? Okay, I think we could still win if they hit 2 trogs. If we hit 2 trogs, we win. If it hits the 16 and the 10, we lose. Right? Because that's 8 damage plus 6. We just needed to hit 2 of the 1-2s. For the love of God, game, come on. Statistically speaking, it's in my favor to win here. Okay, cool, we exactly win. Oh, that was stressful. Okay, solid alibi. Actually, a solid card, more like. Whew, good job. Good job, me. Pat on the back. I played that like a genius. You got too much hair to play an MMO. Leave it to Asmongold. Fair enough. Fair enough. If that's the qualifications, okay, fine. Then I'll play something else then. But overall, I would love to play League, MMO from Riot. I would love to also play StarCraft 2 and RTS game on stream. I absolutely love those archetypes of games, those genres. Like in StarCraft 2, like I was just saying, my main strength was macro and just building up a base, getting a ton of resources. We're gonna coin out the K9atron because you don't have a 1-drop. We hit a 1-drop, which is great. Then we can play K9atron next turn, get Ramming Mount to the top, play that, and then Doggy Biscuit and something else a little bit later on. Anyway, so basically why I topped out at Masters, or that rank, around that rank, is because I could not manage people in a fight. I could not do that. I was so bad. Like, the actual combat itself, I was terrible. I could not micro the units in fights that quickly, but mid-game I'd be so far ahead, like economically and positioning wise, that I would overwhelm them and do well until I started playing against like actually really good players, and that's when I started getting out of my depth. But yeah, my main strategy was just be better than them at early game and stacking up, hopefully not get like Zerg rushed and overwhelm them in the mid game. And then if it went late game, just hope that they were somehow worse than I was. We're gonna go Ramming Mount here. I'd rather just put as many stats on the board as quickly as possible and just hit them in the face. I want to play Wild Spirits after Aurelion, to be quite honest with you. So basically, I want him to try to wipe this board, and then I want to play Boom into Boom, and then just start plowing damage face for now. Like, that's basically what I want to do. And then League, topped out, Plat 1. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm insanely good or anything at League. We'll play another Ramming Mount. He probably has a Silence, but actually, no. Doggy Biscuit, Hero Power, keep going face, spread the stats out a little bit. That way we can put the Ramming Mount on the Rush Wild Seed, and that's fine. But yeah, that's, and then League, I mean, I could probably a Diamond if I really wanted to. I just play Wukong, because my Wukong's kind of nuts. But, and now that Wukong's nerfed, I don't feel gross playing Wukong anymore, so I might start playing League again, not sure. Interesting, don't really care about that though, so gonna just keep hitting face here a little bit. I don't play Asol. I know that he was getting reworked, or he was reworked, I'm not sure, but good 5-drop, keep going face. We'll play the Wild Spirits after these things probably die. We'll aim shot his face or Ramming Mount on something that's alive and go nuts. That's like top 5%. Dude, but it's not good, man. Like, it's not good. I should be better, honestly, at League, considering how long I've played it. Like, I've played League for... How long have I played League? I've played League for, like, years and years and years. Since it came out, basically. Because my friend, so that stupid friend, that, you know who you are, that got me to play the game. Oh my gosh, I didn't even have a computer. I watched him play for a little bit. But anyway, I should be way better than Plat 1. And I mean, like I said, I'd probably be like low Diamond if I committed to just one role and one champ. But anyway, I want to kill this off, but I also want to honorably kill this. We could trade both of these in, but then this dies, which is not great. We could go... If we go boom on you... No, that's good, actually. Because then we trade these two in, you don't die. Which is fine. And then we can go Wild Seed, or Wild Spirits. Make everything go a little bit faster. And then go face with this. And then we get the taunt minion to protect. And then we'll play a 1-drop. Like, it's at 7 mana. I don't think there's really much you can do until Whirlpool. So I think this is the last turn I can full flood the board anyway. But yeah. Like, I'm one of those players who can pick up games quite fast, but then my ceiling is also pretty low. Oh, condemn! Crap. But I pick up games pretty quickly, but then my ceiling is low. Like, I can go from, like... Ooh, that's good. That's really good for him. We can play Ramming Mount on a 5-4 and keep going face. That's really good. I can get to, like, gold plat relatively quickly in most games, and then again, like, top out eventually. Can I kill him with this, actually? That's boom plus boom. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, that's just exactly lethal. Boom, then hit him for perfect lethal. So, I don't know. So I love learning new games. I love playing new games and learning them. And then I get to, like, the equivalent of plat or low diamond in most games. And then I basically just stop. That's not true. Valorant shooters, I suck at shooters. Mechanically, I'm just complete ass. Okay, this is basically the best possible opening hand I could have. Like, I don't think there's anything better except for maybe a ramming mount instead of stag charge, and even then, it's, like, iffy. Hunter is top while Demon Hunter sucks. Dude, that's very true. Demon Hunter is terrible right now. Hunter, I think, is, like, the second highest win rate class in the game. We have the technology to just look this up. I think it's broken, though. If we go to HS Replay, Hunter is third. Oh, no, that makes sense. My bad. Warlock, Shaman, Hunter, very close together, but Hunter is slightly worse than Warlock and Shaman, which makes sense, right? It makes sense to me. We get the stag, awesome, but that makes sense to me now that I'm looking at it. Shaman control, Shaman's arguably the best deck in the game when you're playing at, like, a high level. Imp Warlock is, like, the best deck in the game, and you have Curse Warlock, and then Hunter. I think Quest Hunter is arguably second best, if not the best deck in the game, but it's pretty close. All three of them are 53% win rates, right? Like, they're all pretty close together. It's hard to say which one is, like, actually better than the other ones, I guess. We're going to go another poacher and just keep going face. We are doing that over stag charge because these are all direct damage, which we can play at any time to finish them off over the top. Whereas minions on board, stats are fleeting, right? They have things that they can do to kill off minions, to manipulate the board in some way. So you want to get stats out as soon as possible, especially in Face Hunter where you have good direct damage. You don't want to use direct damage first, even though it's more mana efficient technically. It's still not the correct play. At least that's the way I've played this game as long as I have. And I hit Legend every season. I mean, I'm not the perfect player, but for the most part, saving your direct damage to kill off your opponent at the end, even if it's less efficient and playing things on the board to fight for board at the beginning, is generally speaking correct. If he ends up playing the Wild Paw Knoll here, and he hits the 2/2 Wild Paw Knoll, I stag charge that and get an extra Wild Seed. It's pretty good. But yeah, Hunter, I forgot Warlock was as good as it was, even though I just played against an Imp Warlock. It's crazy. I played against so many Shamans, I forgot about Imp Warlock low-key. Just a short question. Your opinion on new LOL pings? A lot more options to flame. I did not know there were more options. But don't get me wrong, I do enjoy flaming my opponents. I really truthfully do. It's one of my favorite things to do in all of League of Legends, flaming my opponents. So, wait, your opponents can see it? Oh no, to flame your teammates. That's also super fun. Like, if you know you're gonna lose, there's just something satisfying about getting the person that's losing you the game to lose their mind. Or the person that thinks they're like godsend and they're like, oh, we're losing the game even though I'm like way better than every single one of you. I'm like, but you're 2-5 and you just lost lane to somebody you're supposed to beat statistically. So like, are you really that much better than us? Or whatever. Or I'll be like, scoreboard. Point is, flame is great. So more pings, more flame, more fun. That's what I have to say about that one. Toxic streamer? Ally flaming. Yeah. Ally flaming is awesome. I love ally flaming. It's even the best when you're like, they're your real life friends. Something satisfying about just like them failing a flash over the wall and everybody collectively MIA pinging that person. Oh, that's how you guys bond. You can play the right MMO 1,000,000%. Honestly, if I start playing the right MMO and I could play that game like for money, like let's just say I could stream it and people watch me for whatever reason, I would drop Hearthstone to play that game for money, probably. The only issue actually is MMOs are super duper grindy. So I don't know. If I had to choose one, I would probably choose an MMO because that is literally how I started playing games. I learned to play games because I played WoW with my dad for like 2 or 3 years, and it was probably the most fun I've ever had playing a game. So reliving that, going to an MMO would be awesome, especially one made by the company that makes the game that I've played the most. I've played League of Legends more than any other game by far. So, point is, I'm really looking forward to it, and like, I'm going to do everything in my power to try and make it potentially a career option. Or the new MMO or the new RTS that's coming out by the people that left Blizzard. I love StarCraft. I'm like master in StarCraft. I mean, master in NA is like silver anywhere else in the world. But I do really like RTS games. I was never like the best at them. But those are the 2 games I'm most looking forward to by far. And I'm gonna try to like make content for. So stay tuned for that in like a couple of years. Has anyone ever told you you act and look like Clint Stevens? Yes, I actually have been told that a couple of times. I was actually told this by one of my friends in college before I actually started streaming. He was just like, you know who you look like? And I was like, oh, I guess. But I've actually been told that multiple times while streaming. Which, to be honest, is a huge compliment because he is quite the cutie. Facts. Nobody can really argue against that. But anyway, yeah, I love talking about League of Legends and StarCraft and all those other games. They're so fun. And again, the reason why I don't do budget decks anymore is viewership reasons. I mean, I would love to do it still. And who knows? I was thinking about making a second channel where I bring coaching back and I make it an educational channel when I do coaching, and then I also do budget decks on like that channel. But that would require a lot more like effort and time to do a whole second channel. I'm gonna coin that out. Oh my gosh, we have a ton of 1-drops at the bottom. If we find another Caninatron, we go crazy. We'll take the Iron Deep Trog to try to snowball as quickly as possible. And then we want to play the Poacher, and then we want to play a Ramming Mount, and then eventually play Barrack. What species did you play in StarCraft? In StarCraft, I played pretty much exclusively, what's it called? Terran. Terran was just easiest for me. That's what I picked up. I know it's pretty basic, okay, nobody say anything. But again, I got to like the Masters rank because I was just really good at the macro. Micro, I'd lose every fight if it got late game and I'd run out of resources, but basically, I knew that by mid-game, I would have more resources and more units than the opponent most of the time. So I just try to overwhelm them and position better with my army. So that way, my glaring weakness of not being able to actually take fights wouldn't be a problem, because I would have so many more units that it wouldn't really matter. I'm gonna kill this off and just try to maintain this board pressure. And yeah. And then League, I played multiple different roles. When I play my main champion, my win rate's like 60+%. But then as soon as I get to like Plat 2 or Plat 1, I start messing around. I start doing stupid stuff. And it caused me to lose ranks as soon as I get near the height, because I'm like, oh, I'm like super good at this game, and then I get in my own head, and then I realize that I'm not super duper good. We're gonna play this to get more stats on the board. We love having the Ram, so that way we can take value trades if we want. We can play Barrack next turn, or maybe we just play Wild Seed and Quick Shot, because I think it's more important to just constantly pump out minions and pressure right now. And we'll play Barrack when we need a reload, a little bit of extra direct damage, something along those lines. I remember when you said about broadcast and casting, I think broadcasting means that you cast the same message to everyone. For instance, TV, radio. Radio stations are a form of broadcast. So you're saying, oh, okay, I get that, I get that. I just thought that by broadcasting, it was similar to, what's it called? When you said broadcast, I thought that you meant like, because you were talking about Masters Tour at that point, and we were talking about the casters of it, and you said I would be good at broadcasting. I assumed that you meant casting like a game, but I didn't know you meant broadcasting on like the wider scale. We're gonna play this first, because that makes sense, and then we'll play the Wild Spirits, because that also makes sense. And we're gonna hope for one of the rush ones. We get a rush one, that's awesome. These are both gonna pop at the same time, which is kind of bad, but it's also not the worst. We just go bonk, bonk. We trade here, we get a taunt minion to stick, we go face a little bit. We got a good board here. You can't, ooh. He could play, I guess, Hydrolodon, but we could deal with a Hydrolodon, I think, after. So it's fine. I lost 73 out of 100 League of Legends games. Well, we are definitely not keeping either of these. I think we've played several games, and I've only drawn a 1-drop one time. Never mind 2 times. I've played like 6 games, and this is the 2nd time I've drawn a 1-drop. Luckily, I've had the coin and a 2-drop in my hand, so I mean, it's been fine. But it's been really weird to like not constantly have a 1-drop. I think it's Imp Warlock. As long as I can maintain decent board pressure, I might just be able to kill him over the top with direct damage if we're able to get that going. Also, Poacher into Wild Spirits is insane. Love to see it. Is Curse Warlock gonna make a comeback? I think after the nerfs and stuff, it has a chance to, for sure, yeah. Boom. Don't be the 3-1. God damn it. We're not gonna get as much value of the Wild Spirits. We had a 66% chance of getting something nuts. We got something terrible. I mean, it gets to stay on the board, and it looks like he's going Curse, so... I mean, getting a 3-1 out there relatively early is actually not bad. Give me a Stag. Yes, we got a Stag. That's what we... Let's go. Woo! We're gonna get the weapon, and it's gonna do a ton of damage. Love to see it. Twisted Chi Line Ranked was the best. True. I love Dominion. I think Dominion was, like, my favorite game mode. No cap. If we play the Terracoil and then go Aim Shot turn 5, I mean, that's literally a Pyroblast for 5 mana next turn. No, it's 12 damage for 5 mana next turn. He's almost dead turn 5 or 6, for sure. I enjoy playing League of Legends with friends. If you or your friends having a good time, it's pleasing. But if you're tilting and your friends tilt a lot, then it's not worth it. I think tilting with friends can actually be pretty fun at times. I genuinely think this. I'm gonna just keep going face. What's he supposed to do? We're a face hunter. Face is the place. It doesn't matter. Honestly, we should get the like extension where we just cover up everything that isn't just their face. Like, we're only hitting them with minions. Nothing else matters. He's almost dead in a couple of turns. We're good to go. Another Wicked Shipment. I really don't care. We get the weapon. Is this lethal? I think this is just lethal turn 5. Which is disgusting. Double activate, hit, 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 and then we hero power, and that's gonna do 6. That's insane. We just did 30 damage. I don't think he life tapped either. I think that was just straight up 30 damage in 5 turns. That's nuts. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep the Click Clocker. We're going to play the Doggy Biscuit. Then we are going to coin out the Twin Bow Terracoil and then double activate Wild Spirits to try to get as much value as possible. We already have our first couple of turns planned out. And let's just see if we can actually get it rolling. What we could do instead of Doggy Biscuit, what? Hello? Oh no. Anyway, as I was saying, what we were probably going to do is we were probably going to play the Spirit Poacher turn 2 if we draw it to double activate Wild Spirits. But if not, I'll just play Doggy Biscuit and keep going face. We're both face hunter, so this should be fine. What role did he play in League of Legends? I played primarily jungle until recently when I started playing top. After playing jungle for a super long time, it's kind of boring. But also, I've never really played a lane before, so that's been an experience for sure. That has been a wild experience. Completely new to me. We're just gonna keep going face here. We're gonna double activate, like I said, Wild Spirits. Get 4 things, 4 pretty good minions out there, and as long as one of them is a stag, we're pretty much stacked. And then we'll try to finish them off later on with like aimed shot, Raj, aimed shot, all those things. Yeah, I'm playing Hunter. I'm not playing Quest Hunter, I'm playing Face Hunter, because might as well. I played Evolved Shaman for a little bit, that did not go well, so I'm trying to climb back in ranks a little bit. And this deck is doing quite well at that. We're gonna play the Slither Spear, so that way when we double activate this, he gets a little pump. It's not a big deal. We get a rush, so we're gonna rush into this. Please just give me 1 stag. Just 1 for the 1 time. Nice, we got a stag. Perfect, and we get the taunt minion there. So that's pretty cool, he can't go face as much. We can play Raj into aim shot next turn to push some damage, and then eventually hero power. But just need to try to rush him down. Yeah, he's just dead. Whoa. Win the game turn 4. Pretty easy.